Fiona had known fear from the moment she opened her eyes to a world filled with shadows and uncertainty. She couldn't remember her earliest days, but the dog-catching center had been her home as far back as her memory allowed. She had been caught as a 4-month-old puppy, her tiny, shivering form seen as nothing more than a nuisance. The staff at the center had sentenced her to a bleak fate, to be put to sleep. However, fate had other plans for Fiona. One day, as she cowered in a corner of her enclosure, her eyes filled with the sadness and fear that had become her constant companions, a woman named Nancy happened to pass by. Nancy was a tireless advocate for rescue animals, and she had come to the neighboring dog-catching organization to bring one of her charges for neutering. Nancy ventured inside the center, where she found a multitude of puppies huddled together, with the smallest and sickest of them pressed into a dark corner. That was Fiona. Nancy's heart ached as she looked at the fragile, balding pup. Without hesitation, she approached the staff and pleaded with them to spare Fiona. They agreed, and Fiona was handed over to her care. Nancy rushed the trembling puppy to a nearby clinic, where experienced veterinarians confirmed the diagnosis: Fiona had a severe case of fungus. Days turned into weeks as Fiona received the best medical treatment and proper nourishment. Her transformation was nothing short of remarkable. Slowly but surely, her hair began to grow back, and her confidence started to return. Fiona was no longer the skinny, shy pup who preferred to hide in the shadows. She started to embrace life with all the energy and enthusiasm of a big Yorkshire Terrier. Fiona's tongue always seemed to hang out to the side, a perpetual smile etched on her face. Her love for people knew no bounds, and she showered affection on everyone who crossed her path. Yet, despite her newfound zest for life, Fiona still harbored a deep-seated fear of strangers. She remained at the shelter, waiting for the one person who could see past her apprehensive exterior. 2 years passed, and Fiona's hope never wavered. Then, one fateful day, her destiny finally arrived. She was adopted by a family who already had a few rescue animals in their care. They saw in Fiona what Nancy had seen all those years ago: kindness, gentleness, and an unspoken longing for love. With time and patience, Fiona learned to trust her new family completely.